Light Show has brought us to the main event of the evening here in Titletown, and what a game we have in store. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the USC Trojans, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. 48 Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Williams looking for a man. Quickly complete. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. Safe to say expectations have not been met. When you start a season in the top 5, you expect to contend for a playoff spot. Now they're sitting there unranked. What about just overhauling the whole program if they can't get this thing fixed?
Well, yes, and it's hard, man. It's hard when you start that high and then something happens and it's...
Oh, he's got some space. Past the 20. Touchdown, Trojans. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Keeps the play going. But he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Got it in the middle, it's Hale. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Crimson Tide will bring a punt team on the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Out of the backfield, the running back snags him but couldn't keep his feet in bounds. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
But how loud is it in in this building. This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication.
Ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player... And to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. Williams will pass. Got his man to the left. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
Well, he hauls that pass in. Big play for the offense. The Trojans have had such a history at this receiver position, right? You go back to Mike Williams, Keyshawn Johnson, Juju, and then Jordan Addison. There's always a playmaker on the perimeter of the field for the quarterback to take advantage of, and they've got to keep feeding this guy the football. He is dangerous.
Man, this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Quick release by the QB. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down, just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense just can't find any answers.
The Trojans back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll run it out of the shotgun. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
He'll pull it down. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
We talk a lot about this at quarterback, right? Hard focus downfield, soft focus around. He wanted to throw that downfield. He just felt the pressure. He knew he had to get out of danger. He was able to do that, use his speed, go get north up the field for a first down. Well done.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
He's going for the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, the ground game. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. Breaks the tackle. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
They're great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you could name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
To the air, it's Russell. Pulls it in, it's Hale. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Back to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it at the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, USC! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
No reason to risk trying to field that one. As it skips through the end zone, it'll be a touchback. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Grabbed in the middle, it's Adams. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Back to pass, it's Russell. Fires to the middle. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incompletion.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm, but you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
Hauls it in, the first down and more. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was
intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Oh, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. working well behind the sticks on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this Booth game if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
And the Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd lob to lock them up close to their goal line. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Dropping back, it's Russell. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Alabama trying to convert this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Does life get any better than this for an offense to start a drive with a first and goal? They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game.
Next going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment beat. Dang, you talk about home field advantage? Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Wants to throw. It's Russell. Pressure coming. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. Threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
This time it's complete. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Now improvising. He's going to run it. He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run. You got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Let's see what they dial up on this fourth down. Remember, they're 1 for 2 so far in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Run into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll go to the ground. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Williams looking for a man. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
You know, it's hard enough just to catch passes in college football, but to do it while also being cognizant of where you are in the field and making sure...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the fumble and the defense got it. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Bama. This defense making a big... and putting it in the end zone.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and says, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Nice move to keep running. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds.
I love teams that make it a priority to run the football, and they have today another good run by this running back. He's been doing it all night, over 100 yards on the day. Really, really good night for this young man.
Quarterback now breaking the field. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. try it again. He gets it up to the 37-yard line, and let's see if they're willing to gamble on fourth down. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. The Trojans decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and take it back. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Young. Runs through the tackle. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Throws to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. Makes a move. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Defense not showing press coverage. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
Going to try to get it himself. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Quarterbacks are, there's so many adjectives to describe them. Calm, cool, collected, accurate, so on and so on. But a lot of times it's just smart. Understanding the situation, the down and distance, and knowing where that first down marker is. Great job going to get that first down, new set of downs.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. That one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Williams will pass. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his feet.
He wants for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls in.
And the Trojans will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Oh, my, he just shanked that one. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Trojans will boot it away to start the second half. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think again, if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Looking to throw on first down. Dances away. Trying to escape and get it himself. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
They'll run it from the gun. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Caught near the sticks, it's Young. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first, it's at the 37. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Offense in the hurry-up.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
It's complete on the right side. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
Great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. They'll ride the hot hand. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Alabama! And here they come, almost all the way back. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. That's caught. It's Jordan. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
I love having guys that have the ability to make something happen after they catch it. Simple hitch route, right? Okay, give me some extra yards. Get me a first down after the play. Nice job by the wide receiver.
Williams looking for a man. Gets it out fast. Breaks into the open. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Buys a little time. On the move to the right, looking for a big one. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. And the Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. The give to the left. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. This time they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight. The Tide crowd roaring noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. That pass not close as he got twirled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring out 4th down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, it felt incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket, yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it, can't throw the football, can't follow.
It's a seam wide open. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Russell. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Good, right down the boulevard. The lead now trimmed to 28-24.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
That's it, 5. Complete to the left. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Williams will pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Snags it, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Trojans. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Tide offense rolls onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Alabama quickly back to the line. To the air on second down. They're working that left side. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Back to throw, it's Russell. Pulls it in, it's Adams. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Tight end now in motion. They think there's room to run to the right here. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They give up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting into the ground.
The Trojans line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. He makes the fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. Here comes that Alabama day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. On target to the left, and it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Alabama pushing the tempo.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Russell. It's complete to the left. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. It's complete to the right, and he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. Alabama trying to cash in on this red zone trip. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. They'll try to get it in with the run. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
And they'll come to the line trying to take a slice out of this lead on 3rd and goal. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Brought down at the 8-yard line as he took that interception back inside the 10 to set up this offense.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. They'll give it to Johnson. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. And the Trojans will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Here comes that the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a Cardinals son. No better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Rush is on him. He'll throw it. And they can't make the play on third down.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down.